since we kind of started late, I kind of don't have that much time, if that's okay. I just wanted to ask you like two or three questions,
Yeah,
and
man,
then we'll
my
wrap it
bad,
up.
bro. I meant to have all this shit put together on time, but
You got
technology is so
you got
stupid.
the technical connections need to be made, huh? I
Yeah,
hate
man.
Zoom, bro. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So all right, if I if um if you don't mind me asking, bro, how's it going with posting as consistently as you have been posting? And if I could just make that one into one question, what is uh one of your biggest successes and one of your biggest failures with posting in the recent months?
I would say finally kind of like getting the algorithm on my side after like
Yeah.
months and months and months of doing this, almost a year, because it seems like well, I started consistently in January and I just started seeing a little uptick in my reach probably like a month ago. So
Okay.
my biggest success is like getting the algorithm on my side somewhat, but I'm still seeing, if the people don't like the video, it's still not gonna like do what I wanted to do. So it's just like kind of helping me figure out what to do with my content. My biggest failure, I would say, is kind of like uh prioritizing the content over the actual music making, because it kind of gets me behind like with me recording and writing,
Mm.
because then I spend a lot of time trying to like shoot reels and shorts and then edit them, and then I will not record the song on time, and then I have to like try to rush to my engineer and I'll be like, dude, like, could you please mix this
Yeah.
for me real fast? I can upload the
Yeah, you
distro kit, and
want
I'm
to
like,
yeah, you want the efficiency.
yeah, man. And luckily my guy clientele, he has a very quick turnaround time when it comes to the mixing, especially like with his own personal life. He's able
Mhm.
to get that done for me fast. So thank God for him.
Right.
Uh,
So you got your engineer. That's what. So we could touch on that, but just going back to what you're saying about the algorithm on your side and putting out the content as you have been doing. You could tell when it is on your side and when it's not, essentially.
right.
So with that being said, uh, how do you know when you have a hit or when you have a good piece of content?
Usually, as of right now, because I know like the bigger I get, it's gonna change. But usually, if it gets about like 200 or 300 views within the first 30 minutes. Now, if it doesn't,
Mhm.
sometimes that doesn't matter. You never know. Reels, especially with Instagram, is tricky. It could be like
Mm.
stuck at 200 views for a day, and then like one that you post the next day does good, and then all of a sudden it starts like going up, which is like what's
Right.
been happening with some of my other ones. But usually, if like it gets like around like 200 or 300 views within the first 30 45 minutes, that's when I know it's going to keep growing. TikTok is a little different because TikTok, I'm still like stuck within a stuck within the threshold, and I'm trying to work that out.
So
But
Instagram is tricky. TikTok, you're stuck.
yeah,
Which one do you think has gotten you most recognition or respect so far?
Instagram. I say Instagram. I mean, TikTok's starting to come up a little bit because, like, instead of being stuck at 200 views, now I'm kind of like I'm stuck between like 700 and 800 now with TikTok.
Okay.
So it's kind of improving.
Okay.
It's kind of improving. But oh, you know what? I'm lying. YouTube Shorts, because
Okay.
YouTube Shorts really be going up for me. It's kind of hit or miss with them though, because the same thing that works on one platform don't always work on the next. You know how that goes. Different audiences react to it in different ways.
So you
But
got
my Instagram
shorts,
family usually like follow and
you got
convert.
shorts, reels, and TikToks. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Not much luck posting the shorts on Facebook. Like last year, I was doing okay with that, and then like I stopped posting. Well, I stopped posting like a year before that, around like fall, and then it kind of like just like fucked it all up for me. But Facebook, I'm trying to get that back right. I guess I gotta like interact with people more up there, which is kind of
Okay.
like a job in itself.
Okay. So we went through some of the marketing stuff because you've been killing it, man, and uh
Appreciate it.
that's what I yeah I just want to see you continue to grow, man. But um the show is for independent artists as yourself, the AaronK.com podcast. So with that being said, those are our audience and
Mhm.
the listeners right now. So what would you say to inspire and to maybe to talk about the difficulties of being an artist like yourself, independent artist trying to uh, do it, with life and work to balance. What would you say for inspiration to them?
I want to give the best practical advice I can give, but I'm sort of a psychopath when it comes to this. So it's like you gotta kind of, God, I feel like I could do a lot better in the life department.
Hmm,
But if you want to be consistent and not burn out, or just get on the verge of burning out, but not completely burning out, then you kind of just like gotta like put your all in to it. Like
right,
prioritize content and music over everything. And
right,
that's probably like not the best advice. But the practical advice would be if you feel like you're about to if you feel like you're burning out, give yourself some rest. Give yourself some rest, or at least if you can't post every day, because I post every single day, and you probably don't have to do that. If you can't post every day, at least try to do 5.
hmm,
And set aside time to write. Set aside time to write no matter what. I mean, J. Cole talked about 7-minute writing drills where you just like write down anything, the first thing that comes to your mind. You don't overthink it. That helps. Do that. Just write anything, and just
right.
make sure you're constantly trying to create.
So there's some gems there for sure. And you're just saying that you post every day, but you might be able to hit that five a week um content type of schedule. So yeah, that was a lot about marketing, bro. But if there's any last minute things that you want to say, it's cool to be able to have at least uh one chat to be recorded when we drop a track. So once that track is dropped, and when we drop more tracks to come, we'll do more of these. But yeah,
For
any
sure.
last things that you want to say to this moment?
To the people listening, God, and this is just something that just happened like recently. You're probably gonna, if you post as consistently as me and you interact with people, you're probably gonna eventually get into the algorithm, and then you're gonna get shown to more folks. That's where the hate comments come in. And I just had like some like 16-year-old say, I just had some 16-year-old just like comment on one of my shit saying I'm gonna lie, this is fire, which is crazy because like the kid liked some of my other videos. Anyway, when you get those hate comments, I'm gonna tell you exactly what Nick D said in his book. I'm not sure if you were familiar with him. Nick D has a book called "You Don't Want It Bad Enough," which inspired me to post every day, and I'm drop a song every 2 weeks. He
Hmm,
mentioned how he handles his haters, And the best thing to do when you get them hateful comments is just tell them sorry you didn't like it and thanks for listening, and just keep it moving.
Yeah. Oh,
I want
that's very,
everybody who creates to do that instead of like trying to go back and forth with them. I mean, you can ignore them too, but it's probably better. It's 100% better to reply to every one of them because
mm,
these platforms like it when you're replying to comments because that makes it look like you have more comments and it gets shown to more people and da da da. So
right. All the
follow love.
platform. Mhm. You want to make you want to touch on the responses of comments and hate once you get to a certain level, and that's what essentially what you're saying. You learn to respond to them, and you want to make sure that even they even though they reached out to you a certain way, you want to respond respectfully. That um, so that's kind of what you would say is is practical at the level of like being independent and doing content
Oh yeah,
like
definitely,
this. Okay.
definitely, 100%. Because like, if you do if you do cave, because I mean everybody has a bad day, and
Yeah.
I even caught myself slipping, and I like had somebody say something so wild to me, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna tell this motherfucker about yourself. Even if you do that, you're probably just running the risk of ruining your own day because now they're gonna now they're gonna bring you further down to their level
Down. Yeah.
of experience, and then you're just gonna get pissed off, and they're probably a nobody who has no life, and they're just trying to like project their own insecurities and
Yeah.
inadequacies onto you. So
For
just
sure.
ignore them if it gets to that point where you just
For
have
sure.
to absolutely say something crazy to them,
Yeah.
or
I'm
block
with you,
them,
man.
or just block them.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that too, or just
Yeah.
yeah, keep spreading light, man. That's what
Right.
I see you doing, but I try to follow with working and putting out a beat a day. That's what I've been doing. And uh, with that, there could be days where someone does push me off, but like I just um, praise God that I could do this and I could do it every day. That at this capacity, man. It is a blessing, man. And then the music will speak for itself, and the work on the content will speak for itself. But yeah, man, I don't want to take too much more of your time, and I appreciate it, bro. And I hope to do this again with you and continue to build, man.